I would say, dude, before you even, first of all, first thing I would say is find your purpose first. I would say that
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like this before Adam even found a wife, he found his purpose.
Yep.
So once you take the time to find your purpose, what that looks like, even if you're working on it or being in it, hone yourself in it, whatever that looks like for you, find that first, find your purpose first. But now you can find the woman that fits or
Mm-hmm.
align with that. Now you ain't just out here when you get what are you trying to find your purpose, because that's hard to do too. That's like trying to date and you trying to trying to heal at the same time. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna start hurting people along the way. So I would say the first thing to do is find your purpose and start your true healing journey on whatever that looks like for you. It means therapies, that means grounding yourself, or that means writing, whatever that looks like for you. If it means traveling, do that stuff and start to find out what you like, what you don't like. Start to learn yourself again, because you lose your identity in marriage sometimes. You lose yourself. And not saying that when you in marriage that you not saying you're supposed to lose yourself, but you're supposed to come together so you can be different, have things in common too at the same time. You can't be so far off the spectrum that it's not, because it could be one little thing that can make y'all a non-negotiable that can make it go not the right way. I mean, but know the vision of where y'all trying to go. It might be two different people or two. Like, it's kind of like being on a boat. Somebody might be a captain, somebody might be a deckhand or whatever, but we still going to the same way. You know what I'm saying? We might got different functions, but we're going the same way. We know the vision to go to the Bahamas, but I know I got to do my function. No, you got to do your function, and we're leading that way. You know what I'm saying? I might not know what your function might do, but I know a little bit about it. I might not know everything, but I know I have to trust you in that area. I got to trust the captain. I don't know about navigation, but I got to trust them. And I got to know if they the deckhand, that when we get to this port, you're going to put us so we could be able to be straight, so the winds and stuff on, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, yeah. Not down people.
No, it's all good. I hear you, man. I think it is important for a man to know his purpose because, and I talked about this before on a previous episode, there's like two schools of thought when it comes to this, especially, being a man and going through a divorce. The two schools of thoughts are, of course, know your purpose, do what you need to do, and then you find a woman along the way that can fit that, right? But the other school of thought is there's a woman in your life that can help take you to another level, that kind of thing. Like she maybe can help you see some stuff that maybe you don't see. So there's two schools of thought. And so I think it kind of varies, from man to man or whatever your thought process is. But no, I totally agree that you should have your purpose first.
Yeah.
Or at least know and be on your way.
Yeah, at least that. Yeah, at least got to know that, because you don't want to do it. Because I think in my first marriage, I was like, I knew I was on my way of doing it, like being a barber. I knew I want to be an instructor and stuff like that, and things that I did. I was on my way. I was in it. Kind of in my head, I was like, dang, I should have been here before, already in it. But I was on my way in purpose. It wasn't perfect and different things like that. And I think she was trying to figure out her way of how she wanted to do it. And I thought we was aligned in the way of what we wanted to do, but things changed. So it was like, the thing was, we never got back to the drawing board. That's what it was. We never got back to the drawing board. So we didn't have no vision. I knew I wanted to do barbering. And then she was like, I want to do something else. And I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, did we put a monkey in the wrist? So how can we never got back to the part of like, okay, what does this truly looks like? Then now you think about it, you start having kids and start life. And now you don't put it on the back burner, and now you just start to just go with the motion now. You go in the motion of the ocean and just wherever it's taking y'all, just going. And well, we like, where we go up, where we on the course to go to Bahamas? No, we on the course to go to Mexico. Where are we really going?
Yeah. No, I hear you, man, because the Bible talks about how can two walk together unless they agree, right? And so having that shared vision and purpose, I think it does help keep you focused, especially when she supports you, because she's going to hold you accountable.
Right.
That woman, she's going to be like, you said you was going to do this.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I agree.